We're gonna start this workout with some dead bugs. We need to engage the core. We need to build some abs because when I tell you, I neglect my abs all the time. So when I lose some more body fat, if I haven't built those abs, I'm gonna have nothing to show for. So building your abs is very important. What I did today is I put one of my sets in the beginning of my session and I continue to do abs through the entire workout. Now, the exercises today are for glutes. We're focused on our glutes and hamstring today. So we're going to start with some hip thrust. Our hip thrust machine was in an area that was closed out at the gym today, so we had to improvise. There were other options, but they were occupied. So in this case, we're doing single leg hip thrust with a 25-pound dumbbell. It is very important to keep the core engaged at all times. I want to feel this on my glutes. My core stays engaged. I keep my shin down for the most part. When I'm getting towards the end, I'm getting tired. Now back to core. We're doing knee rises. I do it with my knees not all the way bended because I'm focusing more of the movement is like you're showing your butt to the front of the room. And it's okay to stop and readjust like I just did. But this is a crunch-like type of movement. When my elbow was fractured, I couldn't do this. I would just do crunches. The goal is to act like you're bringing your ribs to your crotch. Now, I did not really film my sets of Bulgarian split squats. This was like at the very, very end when I remember to record a little bit. And at that point, my knee was very uncomfortable, so the form is not the best. Now, let's talk about this RDL set. This was a comedy show between her and I because I kept feeling so self-conscious that my friend was walking behind me. She was literally just trying to help me with my form. Every time I've done this before, I haven't had anyone spot me. This girl's hilarious, Lord. But yeah, she was helping me with my form. She was reminding me to keep my core engaged. And I typically work out by myself, but the last 2 weeks, and at least for two more, I know that the two of us are going to continue to work out together because I am definitely wanting some feedback and to correct any areas of my form that I have been neglecting. When you're doing RDLs, you want to keep your knees soft, but you're not bending them as you move down, which, if you notice, I did bend them a couple of times. So, without the weight, it's good to take a moment and do a movement without the weight so you can focus on the form only. See the difference here. I'm showing that I can actually feel it when I had the correct posture. And if you notice, this time I went for the back with my glutes without flexing my knees as much. It's a hinge movement at the hip level, and you want to feel it on your hamstrings all the way to your glutes. So now this is the RDL from another angle, done in the correct position. If you pay attention, I
Period.
am not bending my knees any longer, just doing a hip
Two more, two more, two more.
hinge movement.
Period.
And watch how the hamstring starts popping out. There we go.
Period.
All right, now let's move on to some leg kickbacks. Leg kickbacks are tricky. There are so many ways to get this movement wrong, and this is the best way that I have found that works for me, which some people might use a plate or something to stand up. I typically do that. I didn't have one this time, and I was just like tiptoeing, not tiptoeing, but standing on the ball of my other foot just to keep my working leg foot from touching the floor. and you're kicking back, not to the side, but you're doing it at a 45-degree angle with your foot. I'm going to show it on the other leg so that you can see it better. I'm assuming you'll see it better from the other side. Now here, you're going to see how I don't even bother standing on the ball of my foot. My foot is completely flat on the non-working leg. But see how I turned my foot outwards at a 45-degree angle with the working leg, and I am keeping my knee soft. So when I kick back, I'm actually engaging the glute muscles that I want to work on. And see, this typically is not an exercise that I put too much weight on because I want to really feel the entire movement and not overcompensate. Thank you for coming to the gym with me.